Hello and welcome to Americans Learn. My name is Lauren and today I'm going to another comedy video. It's been a while since I've done one and this one will actually combine two things that I like to do on this channel, which are comedy and animals. So I've got animal facts you didn't know on QI. This is the best of QI with Stephen Fry and Sandy Tolksvig. You know, there's probably a lot of animal facts I didn't know, so I'm looking forward to them telling me what I need to brush up on. Yeah, let's just go. Animal facts we didn't know.
On the bird, so stick a little... So, let's pin the knee on the bird. So stick a little sticker on the bird's knee.
Pin the knee.
That's all you have to do.
On the bird.
Well, it's never going to be where I think it's going to be. In the knee bit.
Oh, he looks... Oh, Jimmy Carr. I'm looking at all these, some of these people, and I'm like, they're so young. Like the guy with the curly hair, his name I think is David, but might be really, really wrong. I recognize him, but I only remember him like as much older.
Or it could be a double bluff.
Oh, not a double bluff.
Not a double
an early
bluff.
pitch for there. I'm going to say it's got a knee in its neck.
No, I can't remember if it's flamingo knee. I mean, I'm just going to go on the knee bit. And I'm going to say they have backwards knees, unless they have a knee, unless the ankle is the knee.
For there. I'm going to say it's got a knee in its neck.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's how it bends its neck. And it's a little quirk of nature.
Oh, and Jack's put one on.
You're not putting it on the knee where the knee is.
But he
Because the bendy bit would be... Oh, no, that could be like a little camp-arm.
It could be a little tampon.
This time, aren't
All right, Jack. Oh, okay.
they? The wings are the arms, aren't they? The wings are the arms.
Wings of the arms.
The legs are the legs. The legs have got the knees in.
The legs have got the knees in. The legs have got knees.
The knees wear the bend in the middle.
Going
Going knees, I'm going in.
Going in, he's going in, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm feeling a double bluff.
You're just covering the entire animal with red dots, Cal.
No, I've just
You're
given
just turning it into...
I've given it a perm.
Amazing.
A coxcomb.
See, okay, she did go with the ankle bit, because I see, I might have gone with the ankle bit, too. I might have done the knee and the ankle. Like, where I think the knee is and where I think the ankle is, that's probably what I would have did. Do you get partial points, or do you have to be 100% right in this show?
There we are. So you've... Ah, dear, I'm afraid, Alan, you've fallen into our little trap.
Alan! Why did Alan Davis? Oh, that's why. Right? That's Alan. I think his name is Alan Davis. And I think that's why I thought his name was David. I'm going to look it up. Just going to make sure. Alan Davies. Yeah, okay. That explains okay, that's why I said David. I'm not a total idiot. If you didn't make it that far into the recording before correcting me in the comments, you have to take a shot, because I got it.
Those
shit.
Those are not the knees. People think birds' knees goes backwards. Those are ankles.
Oh, you see?
You see,
I thought
those
it was
are
going to be
ankles.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Here, maybe?
There. Now, Jack. Points for Jack. You lose one for the bottom one, which is there. Forget that one. Exactly.
It's an unusual flamingo, and then it's got a duck coming out of its arm.
Okay, is it one of those things where their legs go up higher into their fluffiness than we thought? They have two ankles? What's going on with their feet? What's on their feet, then, if they don't have ankles?
It's pretty hard to deny.
Where are the duck's knees? Ask the flamingo.
Yeah. Well, there are the knees at the top. They're usually covered in feather. And the bottom bit is the ankle. I know
So
it seems strange.
there's a very real chance if you kicked a flamingo in the knees and the balls at the same time. That's some pain, isn't it?
Whoa, yes.
Because they must be up in the same sort of area.
Yes, they don't really have testicles, though, do they? I mean, they have little sexual parts.
It'd be quite a
So
different...
as do I.
It'd be quite an unnerving sight as flocks of flamingos flew overhead if they did have dangling testicles.
Boy, girl, boy,
Very worrying.
boy, girl.
Do I get
Yeah.
a point? Have I got a point?
Birds have cloacas, right?
I think you've got a point, Jack. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. They gave him a point.
Oh, I can't tell you how much that works. Always works with me. Thank you,
from.
Jack. Oh,
Oh,
bless
God.
you, apple.
Dance with an apple, next thing you know, you're
Did
in
he
some
just
sort
put
of
it on the
therapy.
floor?
because-
I think he put the apple on the floor.
What noise does the largest frog in the world make?
Ribbit.
Very good. Very
good. That's your answer.
Okay, no, you know what? We need to pause here. And I'm going to input the sound that the largest frog in the world makes. All right, ready for this? It's going to be amazing. 3, 2, 1. And that's the loudest frog sound of the world.
Excellent answer. Any other thoughts?
Ribbit. A really loud ribbit.
Who said ribbit?
I said ribbit first! I said ribbit immediately!
Ribbit. How do you spell ribbit? Oh,
Like that. Well, that's apparently how you spell it.
That's rabbit in New Zealand.
I said ribbit first.
Ribbits.
I will tell you what the sound of the... I can actually give you...
Tell us what you can do it.
I will. I'll give you my party impression.
A metallic noise, like
No.
I'm thinking of about.
No, there are frogs that do that.
Yeah.
No, I'll give you... This is it. It's... No, it isn't that. It's not that at all. No, that's the sound people being amusing, because, in fact, the 3-foot-long Goliath frog of Cameroon and
3 feet
Equatorial
long.
Guinea is mute. Entirely mute, makes no noise at all. There are 4,360 known species of frog.
There are more now, by the way. They, like, recently discovered, like, 2 new species of frog.
But only one of them, in fact, Alan, goes ribbit. Each species has its own unique call. The reason that everyone thinks all frogs, and this is true, the reason that everyone thinks all frogs go ribbit is that ribbit is the distinctive call of the southern Pacific tree frog. This is the frog that lives in Hollywood. And reported locally, it has been plastered all over the movies for decades to enhance the atmosphere of anywhere from the Everglades to Vietnamese jungles. Frogs actually make a huge variety of noises. They croak, snore, grunt, trill, cluck, chirp, ring, whoop, whistle and growl.
And
they
they
make
say-
noises like sheep. Yes?
They
yes?
also say, it's not easy being green.
Not like that, they don't. Oh, that was like the worst Kermit impression I think I've ever heard. And I've heard me do a Kermit impression. You do not get to hear me do a Kermit impression.
Bless. Frogs make noises like sheep, like cattle, like squirrels and crickets. The barking tree frog yaps like a dog. The carpenter frog sounds like 2 carpenters hammering nails out of sync. And Fowler's toad makes noises like a band of Red Indians whooping. Most female frogs, like
That's
the
how
Goliath
you
frog...
know this is from a long time ago. Like, wow. Really? I don't know when this one was, but
make no noise at all.
Because we can't get a bloody word in Edgewick.
I love Joe. But, like, I'm just saying, like, these guys are young, and that joke would not
Anyway, what lives
That joke probably didn't fly
underwater
then, honestly.
and is the loudest animal in the world for its size? Greg Proops.
Oprah.
Good answer, but untrue.
Is it going to be a blue whale?
Oh, you were doing so well. No, it's the largest in relation to its size. The noise it makes is quite astounding. When
That's
I
why
tell
the
you
Oprah
that its
joke was
size
funny,
is
'cause
2
she's
millimetres,
short.
and it creates a sound of over 99 decibels, which is like a freight train passing by. It's an incredibly loud noise, and it's a little lake creature, actually. Do you know those things that
A
almost seem
lake
to walk on water? Do you remember what they're called?
The
Our Lord?
Skinboats? Our Lord.
You could call this the Jesus insect if you wanted. It's a water boat.
I was thinking the water skimmer, but, like, I don't think that's right.
The water boatman is a beautiful little creature, and it uses the surface tension of the water. There you
See, no, that's what I was picturing, but I didn't know what it was called.
see, to walk along the water.
That's a pond skater, of course.
Pond skater. So I said skimmer, I was close.
So unlike a blue whale in almost every respect.
Almost.
The noise it
It
gives
does have
out
little flipper
is like a
guys.
passing freight train. We have a theory
I've got a theory that it's a demon.
how they produce it,
They have a theory.
and we'd like you to try out our theory. They use their penises against their tummies.
Peni.
Peni, if you like, penises, if you wanted to speak in English. But, by all means, peni, if you like. They rub their penises on their tummy and somehow create a noise of 99.2 decibels.
But that's
As I
just a
say-
theory, though, right?
Yep.
Because I put my penis against my belly, it don't make no noise.
You really whack it, though, if you...
Oh, God.
It depends on if I have to get up in a hurry.
What do you
Like,
want?
if I-
And imagine that it's a penis, all right? You pass that to Greg.
You know, imagining is not helping, but all right.
Obviously, there's yours, Alan. No. You can have a normal one. Now, this is quite complicated, but you should have a little bowl of rosin, as in the kind of stuff that ballet dancers use to keep their shoes from sliding on the stage and string players use for their bows.
I like that he goes to the... I did not know that about belly dancers using rosin on their shoes. I didn't know that, so that's something else I've learned today. And I was thinking, he said rosin, I thought about violins immediately. But like, okay, I'm learning all sorts of stuff today.
Ordinary rosin. Oh, very good. Listen to that noise. Keep doing that. You're rubbing, you're trying to... It gets surprisingly loud, doesn't it? Oh, God, yes!
I don't seem to be attracting any boatmen or women.
I'm getting 99 decibel.
Oh my God, that is getting me pretty
There,
loud.
you see that?
This is still louder, though.
Big fun on this show. I don't think it was, though. I don't think it was louder.
Is that
Jesus,
yours?
Alan.
But isn't that surprising?
Wow.
It was like Mars attacks.
Yeah.
Our brains will explode.
Solo.
Alan's very good at it, isn't he?
How have you given him a wand? Is that a wand?
Do animals count?
Do you mean in life, in a sort of sociological?
They count very
They
much in
count.
that sense. But do they count in the sense of actually...
Well,
From what I know, there are some animals that can count.
well
Yes,
they
you're right.
all lined up for Noah.
She has a good point. They did all line up for Noah, 2 by 2. They knew that how many was enough. She's right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, and that's a fact story.
That's a fact
true
story,
fact story.
I liked how he said that. That's a fact story.
Yeah.
Thoughts on this side of the room?
Well,
I can imagine a monkey can count.
surely. There must be a rhesus monkey with an accountancy degree. There must be.
You're spot on. Not only monkeys, but monkeys certainly are.
Apparently, chicks, when they hatch, can show some propensity towards being able to
1,
count.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Because you can see their
chicks.
heads counting, can't you? They're like 1, 2.
Yeah.
I think pigeons might be able to tell the number of stuff, right? Pigeons are smart.
Well, let me give you a list of some of the animals that have been spotted counting. Pigeons, parrots, raccoons, ferrets, rats, salamanders, honeybees, monkeys, and apes. Have all been...
I've also seen like rats and like crows and stuff be able to kind of tell the difference between like real stuff that's worth something and things that aren't. Like they'll know the difference between they'll bring you the dollar, but if there's a piece of random paper on the ground that's the same size, they just like they chuck it away. Like, you know, little things like that. It's like, do they actually know that this is money, or they know the difference in consistency? Like you can train them to like do some really fun stuff like that and make it look like they know it that they can pay with money.
to count, add, and subtract. Rhesus monkeys, funny you should mention them, at Columbia University have shown they can arrange groups of up to 9 objects. In
It's
correct
always
numerical
rhesus monkeys.
sequence.
Do you not feel sorry for them? They're always say, "Oh, let's teach them to speak French." Or I mean,
Yeah, it's all, you're right. Crows and parrots can count up to 5 or 6. Cormorants can count up to 7. Now, how do you know that?
It takes 7 fish back to the nest.
Not quite that.
Something like that.
Actually, Chinese fishermen have trained them to catch fish for them. And what they do is they put a ring around their throat so that they can't swallow fish themselves. So they catch the fish, but dump them on the deck of the boat. And how they've trained them is that once they get past 7, on the 8th, they get rid of the ring and the cormorant can catch its own.
I love that when they make up their own mind. There used to be a bear at Regent's Park Zoo in the 1920s that was fed biscuits by the general public, and on Mondays it was half price, and so they got a lot more biscuits, and so on Tuesdays the bear used to take the day off.
Yes, that's it. He counted days, or she counted days. Ursine calendar. It's brilliant.
I suppose it's when in need, like you wouldn't be needing.
Oh, they talk about like the cicada. Like I just watched a video about this too. So go watch that video about the cicadas. Go and watch it. Go and watch the video about cicadas. No one watches my science videos. I find them really fascinating, and like nobody looks at them. So go watch the science videos as well as these ones. But the cicadas also, there's like a theory that they can count too, or they like count in cycles of years because they always come out, like the same broods come out at the same time. So, you know, you got your 13 or 17 year cicadas coming out at the major groupings of, like in major groups. But like, they know how many years it's been. Like, they can tell. And like, one of the theories is like, it's about, like soil and like, I don't know. It was interesting. But there's a theory that they can kind of count because like, and if you speed up the year, like the number of day cycles, they speed up their exit essentially, which it's like, are they counting days? It kind of seems like they are. So it was interesting
to count up stuff if you're a bear, like you're not.
But sometimes you'll see, maybe they need to count how many kids they have,
Yeah.
and they can tell if one of them has gone missing.
Although ducks are rubbish at that, they are. Yeah. I lived on a houseboat for many, many years, and we're forever trying to get baby ducks to join back up with mother, who'd just gone off. She was off down to battery.
Sandy, what are your stories of what you do for entertainment? Like, we used to try and convince ducks to hang out with each other.
I suffer from a fatal condition, Aisling, which is posh voice, no money. Describe the world's best-dressed crab.
I'm going to say a little bit of lime, some chilli, some mayo, and then just, serve with, like, brown bread, probably.
That does sound
delicious. Sounds good, doesn't it?
But I'm actually talking about a live crab.
You didn't say that.
No, I didn't. I should be clearer.
A lot of the things you said tonight have been ambiguous.
Yes. Welcome to the show. Is it in a shell?
I grew up in Baltimore, and we have the Chesapeake Bay blue crabs there, and they are like a staple. Like, they're really good, but like, I don't get crabs other places really, or unless, I mean, I will if it's like coastal cities, but like where I am now, no, I don't eat them. They freak me out. I'm like, I don't trust you. I've been crabbing before. I've had like the crabs that we caught like that day. Like, that's good stuff, but also, like I was saying, Old Bay. We put Old Bay on everything in Baltimore. Like, literally, I mean, I still have it. I have it for my fries. I put it on my chicken these days. I'll put it, like, to season a lot of different types of meat. Dude, one time we put it on, like, honestly, sometimes it's used in place of salt for things. Like, it's all, if I'm like, give it a little extra spicy salt. One time we tried it on ice cream. Like, it was actually not bad. But still, I'm just saying, we put Old Bay on everything.
I'm proud to be your friend. No, there's something called a dresser crab, or indeed the decorator crab, and what it does is it gathers material from all around itself in order to blend in with the surroundings.
That thing from Moana was real? I did not know that was a real thing.
It's basically making camouflage clothing. They cover their shells in seaweed, in sponge and pearls, chewing on the material in order to make it fibrous, and then it attaches it to itself. It's got like little tiny Velcro bits on its claws and legs. I love this one is seriously getting dressed up.
Shiny!
That's Cardiff on a Saturday night, that is. That's proper getting ready.
And they're found off the coast of Australia. They're tiny, just over 1.5 inches. And sometimes what they do is they put noxious stuff on them to ward off predators. It's called aposematism.
It's called lynx. Other sprays are available.
But there are lots of what we call augmented animals, so animals who make themselves look a bit different. One of my favourites, Urubba lugens caterpillar. It keeps its old heads and wears them as hats.
That is hoarding gone mad.
As it grows, it sheds its exoskeleton, and the protrusion on the top of the head remains, and eventually it has a stack which it uses both as a weapon and as a false target for any would-be predators. It's known as the Mad Caterpillar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Mad Caterpillar?
Found in
I hope that's real. Oh, God. It seems like the kind of thing that they would make up on this kind of show, but I really hope that's true.
Australia and New Zealand, isn't it wonderful?
That's incredible. He doesn't even need that. Look how much you'd remember him anyway.
You know one. Do you remember the guy you met him last week? He had 5 heads on his... 5 heads as a hat.
5 head Gary, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's another one, which is a beetle that lives in the Costa Rican rainforest. It's called Nymphster crenari, and it disguises itself as an army ant's bottom. So that looks like it's just an ant, but the bit that is a protrusion, as if the ant has got terrible hemorrhoids, is actually a beetle. And what it does is it bites onto the ant and then it rides around, disguised as an army ant's bottom.
Ow.
Looks like you...
What a life. I know.
Sorry, ants.
Do you think the ant knows what's happening, why it's got an extra bum? Or do you think the ant is like, oh my God, the piles are back?
Yeah.
Well, it would keep going like that, wouldn't it?
Yeah. What the hell is that?
I'm sure there's something.
You're the Kim Kardashian.
Oh, no. You never see me. And every now and then it goes... doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I can hear something. I can hear something. But then the ant will shit in its face. Oh, you ruined it! You were behind me, you shitty beetle!
All the other ants are going, you haven't put on any weight. You look fine. Really? Are you sure? You look fine.
And then the 5-head caterpillar goes, have you seen him? He's hanging on to his arse. Well, he can't possibly be living down there. There's a beetle on the ant off. Swap places. Oh
my God.
I can't get up there. Why am I always at the bottom?
All right, that was a good bit by good old Alan. All right, that was fun. I enjoyed that. So thanks for the suggestion. I'm really glad I took you up on it. If you want to see more stuff like that, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Also, once again, don't forget to check out some of our other videos. We do a lot of like history and science videos that are really, really cool, but they don't get very much traction. So go ahead and take a peek at those. And if you want to help support the channel monetarily, but you don't feel like going and watching those videos, you can become a channel member. Then you'll be able to, wow, I can maybe say words out loud sometimes, but today isn't one of those days, apparently. But if you are a channel member, you will occasionally be able to get certain perks, like, you know, your suggestions being used a little bit earlier maybe than some of the other comments. So I want to give a shout out to a couple of channel members. So thanks to Pterodactylus, thanks to Joe Fravel, thanks to Eric Schweer, thanks to Michael Brooms, Gary Grow, Benjamin Huss, AK Arbit 3R91, and Jonathan H. Thank you all so much for supporting us and helping us grow. And let us know what to do next. We'll see you in the next video.